So let me tell you a story. Sue and Tom are looking for a house. Sue is super stoked on getting a pool. She has to have one. Tom's on the fence and is like, hey, I could go with a pool, but I heard it's a lot of headaches. So they come to me and say, hey, Mark, what do I need to know when I'm buying a house with a pool, or at least considering it? Hey everybody, it's your favorite real estate broker, Mark Lima with the Lima Real Estate Group. And on this week's episode of Real Estate Q&A with Mark, we're gonna talk about some things you should consider when you are shopping for a home with a pool, or at least entertaining the idea. All right, let's start with the obvious one, the condition of the pool. A pool is so much more than a hole in the earth filled with water. There's the plaster, there's the structural integrity of the pool and its coping, and then the obvious part, which is the mechanicals, filters, heaters, pumps, things like that. You definitely want to make sure all those are in working order. Find out where they are in their useful life. If they're coming, maybe they're working, but a pool professional looks at them and says, hey, you're gonna need a pump in about a year or two. You want to factor that into your consideration. Another thing to look at is where the pool is located in the backyard. So a footprint is a very big part of the pool. You don't want to open your sliding door just to walk out to a pool right away, or have a big pool dead smack in the middle of the backyard, thus limiting the functionality of your backyard. Hey, we live in Southern California, great weather, outdoor living is a big part of our life. We want to know that, yeah, we have a pool, but we also have a good footprint in our hardscaping or landscaping to play with the kids, have a party, entertain, throw a football, play bocce ball. The list goes on and on. The last thing you want to consider when you're looking at a pool is going to be the permit status and the functionality of it. So, you can look and see if the pool is done with permits. Obviously, that's the best case scenario. If it's not done with permits, that's a whole nother Oprah we can cover at that time. And then functionality, you want to make sure that the design and layout of the pool is conducive to today's standard. If you have a kiddie pool that's 2.5 feet deep all the way across, obviously that's less desirable than a standard pool. Does the pool have a Baja shelf where you can lay out, somewhat immersed in water without being fully immersed? What's the tile look like? Is it 1970s dated tile or something you can work with? So all that kind of falls under that broad umbrella. Again, these are just a couple of the many things you should consider when you're looking at a house with a pool. I'm always available to discuss this matter further with you should you see fit. I'll catch up with you again next week for another episode of Q&A, and thank you very much for tuning in. See you guys.